Welcome to Healthy Future Vision. I'm grateful to share this moment with you. May it bring hope, healing, and peace to your day. Have you ever gone to bed feeling like your knees were whispering in pain? Every time you turn over, your joints make that little crack, and when morning comes, instead of feeling rested, you wake up heavier than you were the night before? If that sounds familiar, stay with me for just a few minutes, because today I want to share something beautifully simple about 3 natural dry fruits that, when used the right way, can help your body heal joint pain naturally while you sleep. When we're young, the body has an incredible self-repair system. But after 50, that process slows down, like a machine that's worked for decades without proper maintenance. The cartilage between joints begins to thin, joint fluid decreases, and tiny inflammatory molecules quietly appear. The truth is, your body can still recover. It just needs a little help. Not from pills or injections, but from something gentler, more natural, and longer lasting. Modern science now confirms that what you eat before bed has a powerful effect on how your body heals. During sleep, your immune system and repair cells are at their most active. When you provide the right nutrients, rich in minerals, natural anti-inflammatory compounds, and melatonin, your body can reduce swelling, rebuild cartilage, and restore energy overnight. I've worked with hundreds of older patients over the years, and what always moves me the most is the moment they realize, "Doctor, I didn't know my body could still recover. I just needed to treat it right." That's the moment their eyes light up, with relief and with renewed faith in their own bodies. And it doesn't come from a miracle drug. It comes from something incredibly simple: natural dry fruits you can find in any grocery store, a few sweet dates, a handful of walnuts rich in good fats, and some dried tart cherries, tiny red fruits filled with melatonin and anti-inflammatory power. You don't need much, just a few small pieces at the right time before bed. And as you do, it's like you're sending a gentle message to your body. Tonight, let's heal. I'm giving you a little help. In this video, I'll share with you why these 3 dry fruits can activate your body's natural healing system, why eating them at night works better than during the day, and how one simple bedtime habit can help you bring back the flexibility and comfort you thought you'd lost after 60. Because sometimes, the secret to healing doesn't lie in a prescription. It's been waiting quietly in your own kitchen all along. Here's something most people don't realize. Joints don't grow old in a single day. They age through all those nights we don't sleep well. Sleep is when your body commands its cells to repair, your cartilage to rebuild, and your muscles to relax. But when inflammation fills the bloodstream, no amount of sleep can bring true rest. And that's why so many people wake up stiff, heavy, and tired, like their bodies never really rested. The good news is, some foods can completely change both your sleep quality and joint flexibility, just by eating them before bed. No medicine, no complicated supplements, just natural dry fruits, the gentle gifts of nature. As I always tell my patients, nature never forgets us. Sometimes we're just the ones who stop listening. Dates, a warm source of energy that helps joints relax and cells recover. Most people think of dates as a sweet little treat, but behind that sweetness lies a natural mechanism that helps reduce inflammation and repair joints. Dates are rich in magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6, 3 nutrients that help your muscles relax and your nervous system unwind for deep rest. When you eat 2 or 3 dates before bed, the magnesium in them helps calm inflammatory enzymes, while potassium balances joint fluids, preventing stiffness or dryness overnight. What's more, the natural polyphenols in dates, especially ferulic acid, act like a gentle shield, protecting cartilage tissues from oxidative damage. And when your cartilage is strong, your joints move smoothly, without that cracking sound so many people over 60 are familiar with. I remember a 68-year-old woman once told me, "Doctor, I used to eat dates just for fun, but now I wake up and my legs don't feel heavy anymore." I smiled. That wasn't magic. That was her body responding gratefully to the right kind of nourishment. Doctor's tips: eat 2-3 soft dates, medjool or deglet noor, about 45 minutes before bedtime. Pair them with a teaspoon of almond butter or a few walnut halves to boost antioxidant absorption. For a warm, comforting option, try golden date milk. Blend 2 softened dates with a cup of warm almond milk. Add a pinch of turmeric and cinnamon. It promotes circulation and naturally soothes joint swelling. Walnuts, the body's natural lubricant for flexible joints. Someone once asked me, "Doctor, I take fish oil every day, but my joints still crack. Why?" I told them, because sometimes what your body needs isn't more oil, it's a cleaner, more balanced, natural source of omega-3. That's exactly what walnuts provide. A small handful of walnuts contains ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that reduces inflammatory molecules inside the joints and helps restore cartilage elasticity. Walnuts also contain natural melatonin, which supports deeper sleep. And as I often say, deep sleep is where all true healing begins. Several studies from Harvard and the Mayo Clinic have shown that eating just 1 ounce of walnuts daily, about 7 halves, can lower inflammation markers in the body by 20–30% within a few weeks. But what impresses me the most isn't the numbers, it's the stories. My patients tell me they don't just feel less pain, they feel lighter, as if their bodies have been gently lubricated from within. Doctor's tips. Eat 5 to 7 walnut halves about 1 hour before bed. Lightly warm them in the oven for 3 minutes. Avoid roasting too long, which destroys healthy fats. Mix with a drizzle of honey and a pinch of cinnamon for a healing snack that stabilizes blood sugar and improves circulation. Tart cherries, the red melatonin drops, that ease inflammation and deepen sleep. If there's one fruit I like to call nature's red medicine, it's tart cherries. These small, vibrant fruits are packed with anthocyanins, natural anti-inflammatory compounds as powerful as mild pain relievers, yet completely natural. According to research from the Boston Arthritis Center, people who consumed tart cherry extract daily experienced up to 25% less joint pain in just 2 weeks. But their real magic lies elsewhere. Tart cherries contain natural melatonin, which regulates your sleep cycle and helps you drift into deep restorative rest. During that deep sleep, your body begins its cleanup, removing inflammatory cells, rebuilding collagen, and repairing connective tissue. Doctor's tips. Eat about 1/4 cup of unsweetened dried tart cherries roughly 45 minutes before bed. You can also add a few to a cup of chamomile tea or blend them with oat milk for a soothing nighttime smoothie. Avoid sweetened or oil-coated cherries. They cancel out the anti-inflammatory benefits. The golden secret: combine all 3 and add 1 gentle movement. Habit. I often tell my patients, food is the teacher, and movement is the faithful student. If you only nourish your body but never move it, those nutrients can't fully do their work. Try spending just 10 minutes before bed on gentle movement, foam rolling, or slow joint rotations. It's your way of sending a quiet message to your body: I'm ready to heal. According to the Mayo Clinic, just 10 minutes of foam rolling each evening can increase joint fluid circulation, reduce swelling by up to 30%, and help you wake up feeling light as air. I always suggest starting with the easier areas, your calves, thighs, and lower back, then gradually move toward the stiff joints. There's no need to push hard, go slow, because true healing always begins with gentleness. Golden rules. Eat the 3 types of dry fruits in moderation, no more than a small handful. Don't eat them too close to bedtime. Give your body 30–60 minutes to absorb their nutrients. Combine light movement, warm water, and a calm mind before sleep. Why true healing comes from simplicity. I've seen many people over 60 regain mobility just by following these simple changes. No strict diets, no expensive medicine. They simply learn to trust their bodies again. When we eat right, sleep right, and move right, the body naturally turns back on its healing mode, the one that age had quietly slowed down. These 3 humble dry fruits, dates, walnuts, and tart cherries, may seem ordinary, but they're filled with compounds that modern science has spent decades trying to understand. They're not miracles, but if you stay consistent, they can become your own miracle. As I often remind my patients, sometimes what the body needs isn't something new, it's the old way, done consistently. And perhaps the greatest joy after 60 is rediscovering every small movement, light, flexible, and free from pain. People often ask me, "Doctor, is there a quick way to stop joint pain?" I always smile and say it's not fast, but it's certain. Because the human body was designed to heal itself, it just needs time and the right conditions to do so. A handful of walnuts, a few dates, some dried tart cherries. They may look small, but they carry the timeless wisdom of nature, a wisdom older than medicine itself. I still remember one of my patients, a 72-year-old woman, once told me, "Doctor, I used to think growing old meant living with pain. But now I know aging can still feel light, if I choose to live differently." Those words stayed with me, because healing isn't just the absence of pain. Healing is when you step outside in the morning, take a deep breath, stretch your legs without fear of that cracking sound. It's when you realize your body still responds, slower, yes, but loyal, still working each day to recover. We often chase complicated solutions, new drugs, new therapies, new technologies. But the human body doesn't need that much. It needs patience. It needs kindness. And a bit of daily care. If you're watching this video, you're probably living with joint pain or helping someone who is. I want you to remember this. You are not alone. And your body still remembers how to heal. Start with the smallest steps. A handful of walnuts at night. A warm cup of date and turmeric milk. A few tart cherries before sleep. And 10 minutes of gentle movement to tell your body you still care. There is no magic overnight. But night after night, small moments weave together into something truly miraculous. Because health is not a destination, it's a journey you take every day. Slow, steady, and filled with love. Thank you for walking this path with me, and with Healthy Future Vision. If today's story touched you, please share this video so together we can spread the belief that nature always has a way to heal, if we learn to listen. And who knows, tomorrow morning, you might stretch your legs, take a breath, and smile because that old joint pain has finally begun to fade away.